I like to give all honor and praises to the Most High. And what we're going to be getting into is, when these plagues started hitting Egypt. And this is the book of Jasher, chapter 80. And we're going to get into it, man. And Bethia, the daughter of Pharaoh, went forth with the king on that night to seek Moses and Aaron in their houses. And they found them in their houses eating and drinking and rejoicing with all Israel. So you see Moses and Aaron was rejoicing, man, with all Israel when these plagues started hitting Egypt, man. They wasn't sitting out here crying and moping around for the enemy. Oh no, oh Lord, why? Nah, man. They wasn't doing none of that, man. You know what I mean? They were rejoicing, man. Now there's certain cases where you don't rejoice over the downfall of your enemy, and that's understood. But this was not one, man. You know what I mean? And when the plagues hit America, we're not gonna be moping around and crying either, man. So let's keep going. And Bethia said to Moses, is this the reward for the good which I have done to thee, who have reared thee and stretched thee out, and thou hast brought this evil upon me and my father's house? So you see, Pharaoh's daughter, she done right by Moses, man. She took care of Moses when he was a youngin, and she done right by him, and proudly his people. So let's keep going. And Moses said to her, surely 10 plagues did the Lord bring upon Egypt. Did any evil occur to thee from any of them? Did anyone affect thee? And she said, no. And Moses said to her, although thou art the firstborn to thy mother, thou shalt not die, and no evil shall reach thee in the midst of Egypt. So you see, the Most High was sending those plagues through, and it was killing the firstborns, man. But you see, she had done right by Moses, so the Most High had mercy and compassion upon her. Only those who have shown mercy will receive mercy in that day, man. So the Most High is fair and just, man. Nothing touched her, you know. And this brought into my head, did you feed the sheep, man? Did you feed the sheep, man? The most high saints, the true ones, man. The true ones. Did you take care of the true ones and feed his sheep? You know. So, and like I said before in my previous videos, feeding the sheep is not always a physical thing, man. You know what I mean? Like clothes and food and all that. Hey, that's fine. But it's more so talking about the spiritual food, man. Because that's what's going to save you, the soul, the word, man. You know? So, you see it, there's a lot of people out there that know they know the scriptures, they know the knowledge, man. But they're not feeding the sheep. You know what I mean? Because they want to keep their positions, man. Feeding the true sheep is going to take them out of their positions, man. You know? And look. See, the Most High is gonna have mercy upon those that went out and stuck their necks out for the saints in the time of need. Just like Rahab when when they went into Jericho, and she helped those men out, man. She was spared from the destruction that came, and you see the same thing here, man. With Pharaoh's daughter, and it's important to feed the sheep, man. You know what I mean? Because that's not gonna go unseen in the eyes of the Most High. The true one, the true servants, man, that's out here, sticking their necks out and, risking their lives, to get the truth out. And you got the armor of the Most High for a reason. You can't be like, you can't call yourself a servant of the Most High and you're not speaking up about the things that these injustice that's going on. That's why the Most High, gave you the armor for a reason. That's why he equipped those men with powers. Moses with that powers. All the prophets. The mighty prophets had powers and things like that. Through the Most High. He didn't just give them those powers. To control the elements and things like that, so they could just sit down there and be quiet, man. They had to go out there and and do the work, man. And those that helped them, and made their journey easier. When that day of judgment came, man, they were spared, man. The Most High remembered that, man. And we gonna remember it too, man. Our spirit testifies, man. And thinks about those people that helped us out. That put their lives on the line, their careers on the line to help us out, man. That's honorable, man. So let's see, man. So we're gonna jump down to verse 53, and it says right here, and she said, Pharaoh, what advantage is it to me when I see the king, my brother, and all his household and his subjects in this evil, whose firstborn perish with all the firstborn of Egypt? And Moses said to her, surely thy brother and his household and subjects and families of Egypt would not hearken unto the words of the Lord. Therefore did this evil come upon him. So you see, you know what I mean? She didn't hearken on to the peer pressure of her family members, man. You know what I mean? So she did right, man. She did the right thing, man. And she was spared, man. She was spared. I mean, so the Most High was killing. Her family was going through hell. You know what I mean? But she wasn't, man. You know what I mean? And she was still feeling it, though. She was still feeling it. She wanted it to stop. But, it ain't too much you could do when that judgment of the Most High come down, man. You know what I mean? So verse 37, it says right here, I'm going to jump back to verse 37. It said, at that time died many of the people of Israel who had rebelled against the Lord and who would not hearken to Moses and Aaron and believed not in them that God had sent them. So this right here represents the 2/3, man. You know what I mean? This right here is a representation of the 2/3 of what's going to happen. So, and I always thought that the sifting started in the wilderness, but you see that the sifting started right here in Egypt, man. The Most High killed a lot of Israelites because, they wanted to be, rebellious, man, and didn't hearken on to the word. So yeah, man, feeding the sheep is important, man, and it's like, this whole time we've been walking around here, and these guys been lying to us about who the Jews were, and they're doing it because they want to keep their positions of power, and that's not feeding the sheep, man. If you see somebody out here and you had this knowledge and you could have helped them out, and you decided to, turn a blind eye, and pretend you're helping them out when deep down in your heart, what you could have done to really help them out was feed them the scriptures, feed them this truth, because you had this knowledge, and you didn't do it. That's a mark in you, man. That's not feeding the sheep. And that could be a soul loss, man, because of what you did. Or a soul drifted away. So it's important to feed the sheep, man. So you see a lot of these these guys know a lot of knowledge, but they're taking secret oaths and things like that to not, to be a stumbling block, man. Like, yeah, I know it, but I'm not gonna tell anybody. So you pretty much become a stumbling block, and then you lie to other people about, the truth, to keep them in a state of ignorance. So basically, that's gonna be held against you on the day of judgment, man. And when these people souls that was probably damned, look at you and say like, damn, you knew all this stuff and you ain't say nothing. You could have helped this person out. You could have saved that one, but you worried about, your secret society and the praises of other men. You know what I mean? And, that's it, man. We know that the Lord's elect is out here walking the earth, man. We don't know who they are, but we know they out here. We know that 144,000 is out here, man. We know they going through hell, man. So to help them out, hey, that'll probably work in your favor, man. On the day of judgment, man. So, hopefully this was edified. All praises to the Most High, man. And when the Most High put it on my spirit, I just spit them out, man. So he put this on my spirit. So hopefully it was edifying, man.